NASA began the project to go to the moon after President Kennedy gave a rousing speech that said, we're going to go to the moon before 1969. And everybody said, yeah, and, rocks can fly. So when I got to the Cape, that program was just beginning. It was a very small community of people who worked in the space program at that time. And most people knew each other. And the astronauts were just a bunch of pilots who came from various services. They were all ex-service people. And we got to know each other. And then it developed that a couple of the guys raced boats in Clear Lake, where they were stationed in Texas. And they were fascinated with cars and wanted to get a license. And by that time, I had ended up being an instructor in the Sports Car Club of America school, driver school. And some astronauts came to the school. And this was pretty crazy because these were hotshot jet fighter pilots. And they jumped in the cars and just went fast.
Yeah.
It was amazing. And so one thing led to another, and we got to be kind of social friends, and that's how that all happened. Sure enough, a couple of those guys went racing, and they hooked up with an old Indy driver named Rath, and Rathman provided them with cars, and when they were in Florida, they would run under aliases because if NASA found out that their $1 million men were getting in race cars for fun, that'd have been bad news.
Yeah.
So that was kind of how it developed, and it was pretty satisfying to be able to work with guys who went to the moon. And Pete Conrad, whom I knew pretty well, was the third guy to walk on the moon, and almost the first one. But he was kind of a temperamentally, not frivolous, but playful sort of guy, and I think NASA wanted a more serious chap, so Neil Armstrong got that job.